Hi, I'm Liz. I'm from WanderSearch and Rescue. I'm here today with Ray from the Wellington WanderSearch Trust, who's kindly going to demonstrate to us one method that he uses of tying the knots on the cord for the pendant for different sizes or physiques and different ages of clients. Over to you, Ray.
Good, thank you. Hello. I have here two pendants. We found that when we want to put a pendant on a small autistic child, that the standard size of the loop for the neck cord was too big. The kids could take them off and discard them, or they could put them in their mouth and chew, and after a while they could do damage to the pendant. So what we wanted to do was make the cord shorter, and one of the methods that we've used and found was satisfactory, I'm going to show you now. Here's a pendant with two slip knots on the cord, and by sliding the slip knots we can make the cord considerably shorter, like so. I'm going to show you the method that we use to tie these slip knots. We don't leave the slip knots loose. Before we actually put it on the client, we get it over the head and then adjust the length of the cord by pulling the knots out, and then we put some super glue on the knots. So we take the pendant with just straight long cords, and if you're getting these from WanderTrack, if you ask them for the standard length of cord that you would use if you were tying knots in the cord, then this is what you will get. Take the cords, put the two cords in your hand. It's rather awkward to show you this. For the purposes of this video, we've actually used a keyring type pendant. Around your finger 3 times. Then slide the loops off the finger, put the cord back through the center of the loops. You nearly need 3 hands to do this. Pull it tight. Maybe give it a little bit of a roll to make it look nicer, and pull tight. There we have one side done, and there's the slip knot. Being right-handed, I turn it around and do the same thing with the other side. 1, 2, 3, slide them off, the loops off your finger, put the end through the loops and tighten the knot. You will have to do this a few times. You do not need to do this around the neck of the child. Do it first sitting down where you're comfortable, and you can do it like so, and then you can go to the client. That loop is big enough to put over the head of a small child, and once it's over the head of the child, then go to both sides and pull both ends of the knots till you have it the right length where, 1, the child can't get it over the chin, over the nose and off, and secondly, by all means allow them to come up to the chin, but don't give them enough length that they can half swallow the pendant. Also find that after a while the kids use it like a pacifier, and they're playing with it or wanting to chew on it nearly all the time. The material that the cord is made out of is quite slippery, and the knots will come undone if you just leave them as we've just tied them. So the next step is to come to our model. And we've got an interesting situation here with a person with long hair. We're going to be using some super glue, so I think it would be a good idea to tie the hair back before we go to the next step. Also, quite a few of the autistic children are really hyperactive, so we're going to use a piece of paper under the knot so that we don't spill any of our super glue on the person's neck. Right, we'll put the pendant over the head of our client, down under the chin and down over the knot in the hair. We adjust the length of the cord by spreading out the two knots at the back. Depending on the activity of the child as to how much they want you to do or not want you to do. Right, we've selected that length at the moment, and that now is shortened to the point where the child can't get it over their head and discard the pendant. Oops, sorry, I'm just pulling that up. That's probably quite an ideal length. So the child can move it around and play with it, but they can't actually attempt to swallow or damage it with their teeth. We're now going to secure the knots with some super glue. We'll put the paper under the knot so that we don't get any hair mixed up with the glue. Unseal the glue, put some drops of glue on the knot to sort of soak the top of the knot. The glue will set very quickly, in a matter of seconds. Give it a few seconds and then touch to see whether it's tacky. Don't grab hold, because if it's loose, you're going to, if it hasn't set, you're going to glue your fingers to it. Turn the knot over, do the other side with 2 or 3 drops. Same thing, wait a few seconds till it's not tacky, then you can just withdraw the paper and go around and do the other side. There we are. This is one method of shortening the cord length so that the person can't get it over their head and they also can't swallow or over chew a pendant.